everyone, welcome back to Last Word. Last time we were learning more about the Seymour house and a bit more about both the Hidden Word and her favorite prattle. Now we're going to continue talking to the General amongst a few of the others to finish it off and probably finish the chapter. Oop, I'm not on the right key topic. General Seymour, that slime. If you find where he hid those museum pieces, it's your duty to inform me. Oh. Photography, right. That one was locked. I'm not sure I'm best suited to discussion of estates and secret homes. There is no Sandoff house, and I live only where I am stationed. All that's left, really, actually, is Miss Prattle with the Lauden forces. Which may tell me I might have all I need to finish the chapter, actually. I hear that General Seymour was prone to the theft in the Tate Lauden Museum. This news is fresh and hot, dear. Oh, wait, I thought I got this one. Yeah, that's everything. So you must actually have enough to finish the chapter, I believe. No, not yet. I'm actually gonna see if we can do a few discourses. What level are we again? It's actually been a while. Level 16. I think we can do one with collateral. Yep. I know you're interested in this, to what I have to say. That servant truly rubs me the wrong way. I can certainly agree that he's prickly. The servants at our estate are proper, polite, and the smell of plum petals year-round. Good to know, although the plum petals may be going a bit too far. Not at all. If you can afford it, I recommend you have your servants wash in fragrant water daily. It helps imprint your dominance. But not plum petals, that's for private house only. Use rose water, or I suppose kelp is more in your price range. I no longer have any servants, not since I was a child. You forget that I am technically of the middle class now, Mrs. Prattle. And a horrid reminder, that is. To be in your presence lowers my own standing. Ugh, how could you be so vulgar as to bring this up again? I'm no less than you are, even without a title, in fact. You would be ecstatic that someone of my merits is wasting her time on you. You have some serious mental and ethical deficiencies if you think a commoner can compare to a proper lady. Alright. Start with overt. Get some power. Ooh, she's gonna try to hurt me right off the bat. Alright. That's fine. Oh my! What abilities do you have? Powerful vocabulary, enhance the outcome, reflection, perfection, power. Wow, she's trying to get us as much as she can right now. Uh-oh. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. But I might have enough. Yeah, because now I can swing once and hit her. Yeah, I got this. Yep. And that's game over. And we got a level up. And a bow. I'll take it. At least you backed down gracefully. Yes, well, I am a prattle. We are nothing if not graceful. And a graceful moment deserves to be remembered. Any ideas? Prattle House deserves to be remembered in any and every capacity. Luckily, I have a souvenir handy that will fit your refined tastes. Very nice. This one is made from good silk. Yes, it belonged to my son. He also wore bow ties and was quite dapper. Only the best for the boy. I'll take care of it. I guess all that's really left is me to fight the general. Oh, I did the general. Okay. My only worry is I don't know who I'm going to be facing if I do this, but might as well find out. Whole decoration is fairly suspicious. Wonder if it has anything to do with what the room I'm looking for.
Hey,
Loquacious, hold up. Are you looking at that statue there? Looking into? I suppose I'm investigating it for reasons. You're looking for secrets, eh? That's not your concern. You may as well admit it. Most of us are too. Let me help. I've crawled all around the secret areas in the call state as a kid. I know a lot of clever tricks. So yeah, that little piece of stone is a bit discolored. Try pressing that. Alright. Fantastic. Now you see that mechanical keypad that folded out? You have to use it to input a code. This is fairly advanced. It's like there's a typewriter hidden in the rock itself. I wish I could have taken a picture of it. But what's the code? Well, let me take a look. There should be a clue around here somewhere. Yes, that could be right. What is it? Did you crack the code?
Hey.
No, not yet. But I know what I'm looking for. Once you have the clues, you get the pleasure of solving the code. What are the clues? The clues are all over, don't you see? There's writing, placement, structure, the surrounding objects, etc. Finding clues is half the puzzle, and thus far, half the adventure. That sounds riveting, Mr. McCall, but I'm not as thirsty for adventure as you are, and I don't have all the time in the world. Tell me the clues. You're spoiling the fun, Ms. Gossip. There's little else to accomplish tonight. Don't you want this to be fulfilling? I'll be filled when we input the correct code. Why would you offer to help and then withhold anything that would aid me? I showed you how to access the keypad, did I not? Yes, thank you. Now show me how to press the keypad in such a way that a secret passage opens. You haven't even tried. Are you always this stubborn? Trust me when I say that you must give it a shot at least once. I assure you that I don't. What else might I do to get your cooperation? I doubt there's any way you can talk me into it. Oh, well I'm glad I leveled up, because we're at even playing field right now. Do my usual overt. Okay. He's trying to gain ground quickly. What are you doing? You are really odd playing field right now. Oh no. Okay, one sec. Now I gotta be a little careful. Alright, this is where we gotta start pressing. We gotta be aggressive now. Are you trying to pull here? I think you lose. Yeah, you lost anyway. Oh, I don't know why. He was so aggressive at the beginning and he just ended up screwing himself over. And we earned another bow. I think we see eye to eye now, don't you? Let's step outside. I hate to do this to you, but I need to know what the code to that statue is. Tell me everything you know.
Hey.
Fine. The code is fairly simple 5-digit alphanumeric military code. It corresponds to the same warehouse. At least, I think so. One of the biggest clues is our nation's flag draped up behind it. These military codes are somehow used to identify lineage. I don't get it. I don't know much about how the military categorizes the family houses. Unfortunately, neither do I. The Call House has very little military representation. We're generally more in line with administration. But the war sends us a lot of paperwork, so I've seen quite a few come across my desk. That's hardly as useful as I hoped. I apologize, but if you use your head, the answer is simple. Just find the military code for Seymour House. I assume you might already know it. Wasn't Goship House fairly invested in the armed forces? That's irrelevant now. We don't need to talk about a former houses. I don't intend to be rude, Miss Goship. Don't fret about it. Well, if that's all you need from me, I'll be off. Good luck with whatever it is you're doing. No need to say goodbye, Mr. McCall. I'll come back in to share a drink shortly. Sorry for all this awkward hassle. Wait, are we taking a nap? You're still looking for the hidden room? Yeah, I need to get into it, but I'm getting pretty tired now. Why do you need to find that room so bad? Shouldn't you be focusing on getting out of here? I do want to leave, but I'm as helpless as you are. This is so bizarre. I can't handle it. Until the professor lets us go, we have to squirm and drink. No one in the whole world is worse off than us right now. I'm not enthusiastic about our situation either, but I think you're being a little melodramatic. Maybe, but I'm getting restless. I never thought all this last word stuff was real, but I'm starting to see the truth of it. For years, Mother had been putting me in my place. She kept me sheltered. Well, I could have done something about it if I was stronger. There are rumors that she was impossible to defeat in conversation. I believe that's true. She had all the Seymours under her thumb. So you think she had some sort of supernatural power? Witty, all of this feels supernatural. I can barely swallow it, yet here I am. No matter how hard I try, I can't leave this place. I haven't felt this way since Mother. It's unnerving. How did she do it? I don't know. But I need to get into that room. Why? What's with the interest? No reason. I just do. Okay. Well, if you need help with anything, I'll be sure to let you know, Seymour. Chapter 4, Immunity, or when being nosy directly benefited being mouthy. Yeah, so we really only have one topic right now. The State Loudon forces. Never really thought about joining. It's just never occurred to me. But I suppose we could use our manpower if we want our country to maintain its strength, right?
Hey.
I'm so tired. Is this part of it? It is. When you don't get the last word, your body and mind become susceptible. It's taxing, and you can wear out quickly. I'm surprised I'm still standing. Let's save quickly. Even if my sister and I hadn't decided to pursue professional boxing, we still would not have been enlisted in the armed service. McCall House is best known for dealing with bureaucracy. I fell back on that profession, and she would have had as well. Still, we hold no ill will to the military. It keeps us safe from, well, now I think on it, St. Loudon doesn't need much protecting. My sister has a big fight tomorrow. I hope we're released by then. I suppose that depends on if the professor finds what he's looking for. Any idea what he's looking for? Not necessarily. He's a madman. No making sense of him. Hello. Upgrade eye contact. power, useless to me. Useful. Ah. Can't get it to work for me for some reason. There we go.
Yo.
Oh.
You want to know about military codes? Well, that's a fine thing. It's good to see civilians getting involved in military culture. The St. Loudon forces have codes for various places and occupations, but they also have identifiers for the houses. As a standoff, I have no house code. The Loquacious are a defunct house, but it's likely you still have a code on file. I doubt it's used. The Prado House is one of the forerunner in military representation. Their code is Pratt, and I believe Boastings uses Boast. Seymour House is, well, I haven't dealt with paperwork concerning a Seymour, so I can't recall exactly what it is. It shouldn't be too hard to find books on the subject. Check some of these shelves if you want to be certain. I believe McCall was sniffing around the northwest shelf by that statue. Check there.
Oh.
I've heard of these other guests, but there's no reason why I would have met any of them before tonight. Not even Miss Prattle? You knew her son long enough. You must have bumped into her. I only knew Private Prattle in the most fleeting of ways. There are thousands of young soldiers marching along the posts. Even so, I have trouble believing your rank doesn't allow you more face time with the houses. I have a higher chance than most, it's true. You're familiar with the separation of classes, I imagine. The major houses typically only associate with one another, or high government. The military is something on the side, where you shed your social status and adopt a rank. At least for the most part. I benefit as a general in which that I have a chance to rub elbows with the richer class, something I could have never done otherwise. Oh man, my stomach's still acting up a little bit. But I'm also still limited in that any person of my rank could have just as easily been chosen to do the same. Truth be told, I'm rather enjoying this rare opportunity.
Oh.
Solving codes by yourself is important. I can't stress that enough. Why must you defy me? I kid, Miss Gossip. You can do as you wish. I hope I didn't come off as overly aggressive in my jest.
Oh.
Honestly, you all sound like pretty much a-holes in the way I've seen it. I'm not sure I'm best suited for discussions of state and secret houses. This is no standoff house, and I live only where I'm stationed. All this talk of jewelry and secret rooms makes me worried that one of you is a diamond thief. Leave me out of that scandal.
Yeah.
I simply cannot believe the professor would pull a stunt like this. I won't tolerate being pushed around like a common servant. We should be grateful he hasn't asked much more from us than lounge and chat. You're missing the principle of the matter, and I'm growing fatigued already. My husband has been serving for more years than I can count. We met at his post. I remember him marching at the head of his unit. Or was that... No, it must have been my hubby. Possibly. They all look similar in uniform, though, so I can't really be blamed for forgetting. McCall can barely keep up with me. I'm going to have to drink him under the table by the end of tonight. Is that really such a good thing? Miss Gossip, it's a rich part of boasting culture to be either stalwart or drunk, if not both at the same time. Boasting House is alcohol in its blood, quite literal. That's not a good thing. It takes a lot to keep one of us down. I hardly expect a McCall to keep up. I think you need to go see a doctor. When I was a colonel in the armed forces, I had many good men following my lead. You would have been impressed, Miss Gossip. General Sandoff over there doesn't come from a named house, but she's an excellent officer, I can tell. Her no-nonsense bearing and integrity is exactly what our military needs. I have deep respect for her. I hope your search is fruitful, but for your sake as much the great professors. Is that a veiled threat? Never, Miss Caution. Never. And you still have this, which I don't remember what this one is. No, I can't afford it anyway, so... I gotta talk to you then, just to make sure we get it cleared up. It's one thing to support the military from the safety of our borders, but it's an entirely different thing to support from the front lines. I spent 24 years in uniform, rising from a low lieutenant to a full-fledged colonel. Even now, as a well-respected judge, I have never had more pride than when I was serving St. Loudon. When the war started, my greatest regret was not being a young man. Oh, how I'd make a difference if I were called to arms. Still don't know how to upgrade my photography. I still am missing also one wine label. I think I remember seeing one in the oh, which one? Where was it? I don't remember. I think it was in the back room. Now that I think about it. Anyway. General Sandoff's company is more than welcome, but I can't help but wonder why she was invited. She doesn't seem to have... She doesn't seem to know Professor on a personal level, nor is she from a house. But those descriptors can be used on you as well. But that's a rather rude thing to point out. I apologize.
Yeah.
Having prattles in the St. Loudon forces is not only an honor for our house, but an honor for the forces. Our house is so ingrained in military history that if we begin to pull out, the country as a whole would lose faith. Do you understand? We experience a sort of celebrity quality. People watch us, and if they expect us to commit our great military generation after generation. I definitely have been butchering some of the reading this, because I've been reading them so quickly. I'm reading them faster than I speak them.
Oh.
I was watching Miss McCall sniff around the bookshelves earlier, a smirk on his face. He says he was surprised that the professor had so few books on the military, and I must say that I'd agree. I rarely read for pleasure, but when I do, I read up on the histories of battles and debates. It's a wonder Chatters can call himself a colonel. I recommend reading the historical volumes McCall had found. I believe they might be near that statue thing. All I have now is hidden word with judge, and I gotta go back out to whiny boy. If you're looking for a hidden room, I highly suggest checking out that bookcase, or maybe a statue. Oh, if there's a... Oh, I said that one already.
Hey.
Your questioning is stirring up the other guests. They become more active in searching the estate because of you. St. Loudon forces use codes for houses? I can hardly imagine using the other than formality or nepotism. I saw a book in the Northwest... Okay, everyone's just telling me to go search the Northwest section. Here we go. I ought to find out one that can tell me what special military codes are. Brief history of armed forces, the might of St. Loudon looks like a good bet, but this isn't very brief. Where should I look? Let's look at table of contents first. Oh god. Page 878. Wait, did I misread that? Oh, 879. I don't know why I thought it was 878. Alright. Brief history of armed forces can be used to give significant privileges. Although houses have changed over years, swapping in and out of favor and purpose, there are a few houses that have survived since the initiation of the armed forces. Special codes for these houses haven't changed. Original special designation codes. No house is 000, boasting is boast, McCall is McCall, Pratt is Prattle, Psalm is Psalm, Seymour is Seymour, Terse is Terse. Okay, so it's C-M-O-R-E. Hello. I wonder what's inside. What the? Is this Professor Chet Chatters? It's him as a younger man without his trademark mustache and cynical gaze. Wow, the cat actually mattered. There's a cat next to him. The collar says Harper. It's a white cat, just like the one roaming around the state. The professor must have found this room already and placed his picture here. That means this was a waste of time. Surely if the word was in this room, he would have found it. Alright, Witty, don't be hard on yourself. What does this picture actually mean? A picture is worth 1,000 words, right? The professor must find this memory of his cat awfully special to hide it like this. Maybe that's what I should investigate next. Ah, yes, that gorgeous white-haired cat has been stalking around the estate for years, if I recall. Oh. Instead, this pet has livened up Summer House since long before Professor Chatters bought it. Okay, that was easy. I'm assuming the cat... Please tell me we don't want to discourse the cat. Oh, I would laugh if that's actually the case. The cat? Well, if she were here on the Summer House before Chatters bought it out, I would wager that Seymour's a bit more familiar. Miss Boasting says Harper was here before Chatters bought the estate, huh? That's... Well, actually, I do recall this cat. I figured as some other white cat since her collar says Harper, but now I look at her, I think it's Mother's cat. Her name is Mew. But why does she have the wrong collar on? Who wants us to think that Mew is Harper? So, you're not Harper at all, are you, gal? I wonder why you were given this collar then. It's pretty fancy too. Mind if I take a look? Good girl. Just hold still while I check it for... This isn't the same collar from the portrait. It looks much newer and... I can't believe this, Mew. You had the word written on the back of your collar the whole time. So strange. Harper is etched on the front, but the word is scratched into the back, almost frantically. It's such a familiar word. Marvelous. I'm going to have to take this off, but I doubt you want a collar that says the wrong name anyhow. Immune. Amazing. Miss Gossip, I'm sure you're thoroughly inspected our rather expensive indoor plumbing, but you're needed out here. Why should I come out? The evening is coming to a close. The grand and miraculous professor grows tired of the wait. We expected results much quicker. You may stay in here if you'd like, but I was told to warn you that the mouth will be activated in short order. Young Master Seymour and the others will be questioned about the you-know-what. His patient is not infinite. He demands results. I need more time. You were given ample time, and to be sure, the extra time was merely some soft-hearted luxury granted by his magnificence. I'll be out in a few minutes, servant. I'm impressed. It looks like Miss Gossip figured it out.
Oh.
Figured out what, McCall? Has she discovered a way for us to best the professor? No, nothing so grand. Well, look, one of the estate's secret rooms was behind this shelf. Is that so? I should see if any of the General Seymour's Pilfered Museum artifacts are inside. If so, it's my duty to return them. It would certainly be appropriate storage. Use military code to lock the door, which could mean... Don't you pester me with trivialities, McCall. All you aristocrats talk too much. I could swear you've been searching for this room all night. Was I mistaken? Not this room particularly, but a room. Any old seeker would do. Then why aren't you in there with that brutish woman? She could be squandering General Seymour's treasure.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, my curiosity was worn off a bit. I suppose the joy is in the journey. Plus, I'm a touch too tired to hold my previous excitement. I'm all too familiar with the sentiment. It's late, and the professor's horrifying machine all coupled with the wine. Ugh. I'm not as young as I used to be. It's hard being in your late 20s. Yeah, that's cute. Late 20s. Yes, late 20s, before you apply interest rates. You must be extremely interesting, then. Have you come to usher us out of our secret room, servant? Romp us around as much as you like. In fact, I encourage you to enter and enjoy the masculine visage of the professor's youth. But the night's activities are coming to a close. I've been informed that you should all prepare to gather around the mouth. Why should I subject myself to more of the professor's insulting insults? Your refusal will be an insult in itself, an insult to the host. I expect that after the bottle incident, there isn't much lower a prattle can go, unless we count the Seymour incident, that is. You insolences! But there's no need to take my word for it. If you have any sense, you'll partake in a night's conclusion, go to home to your pillowy beds. There's really no choice. The mouth can't go anything deeper than it has, can it? I mean, denying St. Loudon's citizens the right to speak freely already goes against everything this country was founded on. It's unethical. I couldn't have said it better. The professor is a disgrace to the patron saint of discourse, and I'm not even Catholic. Why do you... My patience is wearing thin, servant. I won't wait around for an audience. I'll make my way to see him with you in it or way or not. You have a strong bark, General Sandoff. My bite is very much worse. Well then, I suppose you'll be painting outside of his door while he prepares the mouth. Try not to slobber out on the wood flooring. Thanks for the collar, Mew. You're a good girl. Gosh, now is not hardly the time for idle banter. I'm trying to get into the professor's study to confront him personally. General Sandoff is a rather ignorant person to believe she stands a chance against the professor. Don't you agree, Miss Gossip? I have to agree. I've talked to him personally, General, and he's far above us in skill. You're telling me that an honorary colonel has more raw ability than a general? Hardly. Why else does he hide behind that invention? Oh. That invention is a creation for the St. Loudon forces, if you recall. If the professor hides behind it, our forces must intend to hide as well. I will not tolerate any bashing of our mighty forces. We have good people out in the field every day making St. Loudon great. I'm just trying to warn you, that professor is strong. If you confront him, he will defeat you. With all due respect, Gossip, I have a much different opinion. I did not mean to start this. Oh no. She's also really low herself, so I think we'll be fine. Yeah, she doesn't have much. I think we win. Yep. Okay. That was a couple of... Oh, you son of a gun. Whatever. I had just enough. You devastated the opposition. I was worried for a sec there because I didn't realize what skills she had. I can only check one skill for some reason. Iron plus 2 bows, I'll take it. Listen, General, you need to step away from the door. I can handle the professor from here. Why don't you figure out some other way to get his attention? Waiting here solves nothing. Well, in the name of Saint Martin of Tours, I think I shall. There's more than one way to skin a cat, as they say. I'll formulate an adequate battle strategy and be back before a single phrase to that hold up a lunatic. I have no doubt about your cunning. If you need any aid, feel free to ask. You should consider commissioning as an officer, Gallship. Good luck when speaking with Professor Chatters. Yeah, I didn't mean to continue the chapter, but oh well. Seymour, I have to tell you something. You look much less tired than you were earlier. Your flatter needs work, but yes, I'm feeling infinitely more refreshed. I don't know how to put this, but I managed to break out of the professor's influence. Actually, I put that nicely, didn't I? What do you mean? How did you do it? It's odd. I can't really explain it, but I found something your mother used to use. It's the last word. You have to forgive me, Witty, but I'm still a bit confused on how this works. This is exactly what it sounds like. I have the last word. If I so choose, I can never be beaten in common discourse, because I'll always have it. It's written on the cat's collar I'm wearing. I managed to conceal it with my fashionable bow tie. There seems to be a lot of nuanced skills within the word itself, but at the very least I can't be persuaded against my will. I just had a discussion with General Sandoff. I knew that even if she thought she had the last word, she wouldn't. I have full control. I think I heard her swear out loud to a patron saint when she lost. And she's not even Catholic. Oh my god. What? Never mind, Seymour. What matters is that I have what I need to upheave the professor's plans to get us out of here. How can I help? I don't think there's anything you can do, to be honest. Really? Okay, I guess that's fair. But then why did you tell me this? It's, well, because this belonged to your mother. As far as I can tell, Seymour House prospered mostly because you had this word. I wouldn't feel right taking it from the state without telling the heir that I was doing so. And maybe it'd be alright to maybe let the heir have control of it again? Yeah? Seymour, there's a fine line between ethical obligations and complete stupidity. I'm keeping the last word. Yeah, I knew it was far-fetched when I said that. I'm going to confront the professor in a bit. Hopefully, if all goes well, I'll release his hold on the estate and let everyone leave. What's your plan exactly? Nothing particularly out of the ordinary. I'm simply going to talk to him. This should work just dandy. You have my gratitude, McCall. What in the heavens are you doing now? Not that it concerns you, but we're trying to find more secret passages. Ever since Witty began gossiping around about secret estates, or estate secrets, the idea has spread like wildfire. I've even caught my third wind. If we can find a secret passage into the study, your attempts at locking the door will be positively nullified. How exciting. You may want to put that enthusiasm to rest, McCall. He's the last person we should be informing of our plans.
Yo.
Maybe so, but a true sportsman gives his opponent the chance to fight fair. I've already guessed your feeble attempts at circumventing the professor's dictation, and you can proceed until your face turns purple. What I meant is, what heaven name are you doing to the expensive flooring? You're scuffing it. I don't care about your floors, that should be obvious.
Yeah.
I tried to help her lift it over, but she seems intent on pressing down as she pushed. And who is going to scrub this out? I'd ask the servant. You're all children and I'm the nanny, is that right? I should fix everything you break, clean every mess as you go? I should say so, yes. I don't see anything up here that would act as a trigger or code
Oh.
input. Make sure you look at the section between the wall and the lamp. If there's any connection, it will have to route through the wall. Actually, I think I feel something. I flipped a switch. I think. Has anything happened? Heavens, what have we here? I hope this is some dirty secret. Who knows what sort of skeletons are hiding around this dusty old estate? This is new. Oh dear, nothing of interest. Simply some old priceless diamond. Ugh, how boring. A diamond? I see. Doesn't happen to have anything written on it, does it? Don't be silly, why would it? But I guess I shouldn't be surprised by the ignorance of the help. Of course, my mistake. I'd like to take a closer look if you don't mind. Why would I mind? You're in charge of the premises, not me. And honestly, this is a rather small diamond compared to my own. Loctite. No sense in risking it. I need to find some way inside. Expect another short delay, but stay near. Who's the servant here, me or you? Inform the others to expect a minor delay. Try to keep your hands to yourself. That was a bust. Nothing of use, but at least we created another delay. More time to search might be advantageous. Indeed, and I find it quite engaging. I'm happy you allowed me to partake in this little adventure. As grateful as I am, I never asked for your help. A gentleman is always eager to help, whether needed or not. Our exchanges are bordering the trivial. Unless you have a fresh idea for getting into the study, I'll be sampling more of the wine. Yes, of course. I'll be sure to tell you if I find any more of the estate's secrets. Oh my goodness, this is a long one, little cutscene. The word feels more faint. I don't get it. It looks like the metal is fracturing, just a small amount. Am I imagining this? Is this really the object the professor sought? What if it breaks apart? I needed to keep it a secret, using sparingly. To call our busts, I could be at square one. Chapter 5, Finality, or Witty Retorts, Chattering Teeth, and Learning to Say More. Cute, I got it. Alright, I think I'm gonna grind a little bit, because I'm feeling like we're getting close to the end here. So everybody, next time, we're probably gonna investigate that this little area over here. And probably see about getting the last of the hidden words. I'm also going to check how to get photography up a little bit. I'm going to look into that off screen as well. But until next time, everyone, see you then.